Time to go live, time to go live. Can you hear me? Call in Brussels, call in Brussels. Okay, listen up, listen up. I've got to be quick because I'm on duty at the moment, and it's hot out here. I'm attacked by nature. So listen, it's a beautiful egg come up with this idea, and it was piss easy to do a video about it, so I thought I'll copy it. But I'll do it better than her. In all of her unrivaled wisdom, I can do it better than her. So here we are. Now, these are the Beatles albums that you're going to listen to right now, but you know what it's like. You're a big fan, or you listen to it on a loop. You're sick to death of Hey Jude. You might be sick to death of 8 Days a Week. You might not even like the early Beatles. But anyway, I've chosen these tracks. Some are great, some are not so great. But today, if I was putting that album on and you give me one track, this is the track I would go with. So listen up. PPM. There's a Place. No big surprises there, is there? WTB. Nothing. I wouldn't pick a fucking single record off of that piece of shit. AHDN. Right. Can't Buy Me Love. Bit predictable, I know, but we've gone full circle with this album. We're all sick of the hidden tracks now. I think they've had their time. They've had their time. Now we have BFS. See, if you're a true fan, you'll know what I'm talking about with these abbreviations. And if you don't deserve to listen. Right. Anyway, it is surprisingly enough, and I went through these. I tortured myself to pick one, but I decided on What You Doing to Me. And then for the Help album, I struggled. But then I come up with You're Gonna Lose That Girl. You're Gonna Lose That Girl. And now moving on to RS. Now RS, I was complaining earlier to Ethan Alexandrian that there's too much tambourine on Rubber Soul. You know, too much cowbell on a hard day's night. Too much tambourine on fucking Rubber Soul. It is so annoying. And I'm sorry if that's going to enjoy your listening to Rubber Soul for the rest of your life, but it's got to be put out there. Now we go. Oh, by the way, that song was Michelle in mono. Thank you. Revolver. Is there any tambourine in Michelle? No. I don't think there is. Revolver, and you know, because it's on the public record, I hate this album. I do. So I've chosen Eleanor Rigby. It's the one I'd go to. I don't think I'd go for anything else on that. So it's in an army of one. Sergeant Ripper. It's getting better all the time. Now I chose that song for a good reason. It's usually my go-to song on Sergeant Pepper because it's a positive song, and for all the horror and negativity in my life, it's nice to have something, even though we know that it isn't positive, because you know, as we're getting older, we're actually rotting, and we're rotting on the outside and the in, and it's all kind of bad news, really. It's all bad news for me. But anyway, we have to stay optimistic because it should be in our nature to be optimistic. So it's getting better. It's a good song. I enjoy it. Now, Magical Mystery Tour, I wouldn't normally, but for this exercise, I am choosing Magical Mystery Tour album, and I've chosen the Fall on the Hill. I think it's probably one of the few songs on this album which isn't totally shit or isn't overplayed. Right, so for the White Album one, I didn't pick anything yet, but we'll go back to that. For White Album 2, I picked cry, baby, cry. And you might say, why pick that? And I'll say to you, well, because today, that's what I'd listen to. All right, I might not be in the mood for fucking Helter Skelter. Yellow Submarine, again, I wouldn't even pick the fucking thing up. I wouldn't. Fuck that. Then we've got AR, Abbey Road. Here Comes the Sun. I'm sorry, this has gone full circle too. I'm afraid we've sort of, or I've certainly, in my evolution, certainly gone back to the early times, or not the early times, what the original listener would have preferred. Yes, so it's gone back there. And I'm sorry, I don't really want to pick Let It Be, but I want to pick The Long and Winding Road, which I think is the only one which sort of measures up. Sorry to say that. And we'll go back to the White Album one. Let me just think what tracks are on there. Let me just think. Ooh. I'm not going to pick Blackbird. I think I should really go with Dear Prudence. No, not Dear Prudence. Happiness is a Warm Gun. Is that too pretentious? Well, for want of a better track, I'm going to go with Happiness is a Warm Gun. So there you go. There you go. Now I must leave you. I have things to do. Goodbye.